Hey there, it's LaShanda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. I'm so excited to talk to you today. Now, before we get to play, because our conversation is all about how to start her up, because I heard you were trying to start your business online, and I want to talk to you about that. But before we go there, let's start here. If you've never heard of me before, again, my name is LaShanda Henry, aka Sister Sense. I've been on the line for almost 2 decades now. I know I look super young, right? I've been online for almost 2 decades now. For the last 10 years of that time, working at home as a web designer, an infopreneur, and mentor to other women entrepreneurs looking to do what I do, which is make sense of making money online. I'm all about monetizing your magic with strategy and intention. So literally, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take a few pages out of my little book here. It's called Start Her Up. It's 3 steps to building a web business on a floss string budget. Don't know if you can see it clearly here with the light shining shining on me. But that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about how you can start up, build your business, even if you've got a floss string budget. Because I'm going to tell you, real talk, floss string is what I talk about in my circle. When I started my business online many moons ago, there was not a big amount of savings. There was not anything really seriously put aside. I was just like, listen, I'm about to take that leap of faith and become a service professional and start my business online. So, you know, when they talk about starting your business and having a shoestring budget, right? Baby girl didn't even have shoestring. I have floss. That's how thin it was. So that's when I started to coin the term having a floss string budget, because literally sometimes you don't even have that shoestring, right? So that's where we're going to start, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So literally, you can start your business online depending upon what you want to do. I'm a service professional and I create a lot of digital content, which means that my commodities usually, for the most part, all up in here, right? So you can realistically get started for under $100, under $200. And I'm going to talk to you about some of the essentials, the no cost, low cost essentials that I use to make that magic happen. All right. So, all right. Yay. We get to jump in, right? Hopefully you've got a notebook and a pen and paper and you're like, oh my goodness, let's dive in. Let's do this. Let's do this. So, when I started on my floss string budget, one of the first things I did was get a domain name and hosting. I think I got a free website in the beginning, and then I got my domain for like $5. It was like serious floss string for real. But then I was able to kind of up level just a little bit, and I got my hosting account. I use a company called Host Monster. You can write this down because my name, by the way, again, is Sister Sense, right? SISTASENSE.com, Sister Sense. So if you go to Host Monster, HOSTMONSTER, hostmonster.sistersense.com, you'll take a look at my hosting company. I don't own this company. This is the one that I use. I've been using this one for many years now, and I recommend it to a lot of my clients. Again, I am a web designer. So I want to say for less than $100, usually somewhere between $60 to $80 if you get like a basic plan. Their hosting starts at, I think, somewhere between $3.95 to $5.95 a month. That's not $395, $3.95, because I said, baby girl, we're talking about floss string, okay? So normally what I recommend clients do is, you can get a starter hosting package, and that comes with a free domain as well. Sometimes clients will get GoDaddy, not one of my personal favorites, but you're free to get whatever you need. But at the very beginning, the first thing you need is a hosting company. The hosting company is where you're going to put your website. So kind of like your home, right? Where you've got your furniture, your clothes, your food, your family. everything that you want to build is going to be on that space. So you've got to sign up for a hosting account so that you can build your website there. That's where you're going to have your web pages, your store, your pictures, your text, your products, all that good stuff. Okay. So by the way, before we get even any further, because I want to make sure that I'm giving you everything that you need to get started, right? Some clarity around what you need to get started. I definitely recommend you invest that initial $50 to $100 into getting a hosting account, okay? I don't recommend clients have their web designer pay for their hosting account. I always tell my clients do that, so that empowers you to start the process knowledgeable. Number two, that gives you 100% control over your business name and your hosting account. Because guess what? I've heard too many sob stories of customers and clients who come to me and say, LaShanda, oh my God, why did I come to you first? Because I worked with this person. They were such a headache. They got all my stuff. They control my hosting. They control my domain. You want to make sure that this is your company. This is your baby. Everything is in your name and you own it, not the hosting company, not the web designer, right? So first thing, you want to make sure that you purchase your stuff and don't have anybody else do it for you, not even a friend. Because guess what? Sometimes friendships go south. You want to make sure that everything that you're building from the ground up is your own, okay? Number 2 and 3, you also want to make sure that you invest into hosting so that you're not putting your site on a free platform like Wix or the free WordPress.com. I highly recommend against that. Invest in getting something that you own in the beginning, because number one, Wix template sites, they tend to look cute and, oh, plug it here and put it there and you can get it done so quick, yeah. And then when you really want to dig in and add features and customize, it's harder because the template sites, they are more restrictive. The free sites also, if you're putting on things that they do not allow within their free site restrictions, you run the risk of having your site taken down. So you put all this time and effort into building on this free platform that you do not control. Also, number 3 here is you want to make sure you avoid building a website on social media platforms, right? It looks great to be able to tell people, yeah, my business is on Twitter, my business is on Facebook, and I got 50,000 followers. But guess what? If you have not, what's the word? I want to say convert. If you have not moved those people from that social platform onto your own platform, if your profile gets shut down, there goes your following, right? So you want to make sure that you have a home base that you control, that you monitor, that is under your brand and nobody else's, okay? So I wanted to kind of say that, kind of backtrack before moving forward. Make sure that you invest in hosting. The company that I use, again, Host Monster. If you'd like to learn more about it, you're certainly welcome to go to hostmonster.sistasense.com. That's the first thing that I talk about with clients, number 1. And you can do this on a flostering budget. I'm sure if you put $5 aside, $10 aside, $20 aside, you can get that 100, right? So that you can start. And literally, I'm going to be honest with you, if you take a look, the starter package, I think it's maybe about $60, $70 for the year, versus if you say, okay, I want to do a 2-year plan or a 3-year plan. If you can put the money into it, great, because then that means it's already taken care of, right? So that is the first thing, having your host. So let's talk about the website itself and some of my personal recommendations when it comes to what should you put on your site, okay? For me, I always start with the 5 Ps, the first 5 Ps. Those are 5 pages that, generally speaking, clients tend to need when they come to me, okay? By the way, if you go, man, I'm curious about what you do as a web designer, my web services are at webdesign.sistasense.com. If you're new to me, it's going to take you a while to remember how to spell my name. SISTASENSE.com. SistaSense. So webdesign.sistasense.com. Okay. And I've got something called the 5-pager, because Usually people need a home page. So that's where you say, okay, this is the first page on the site. Hey, welcome. This is what I do here, right? Welcome to my home. Welcome to my space. Your home page. An about page could be about you, could be about the company, could be about your team, could be about your mission, could be all of the above, right? An about section, home, about. A services page. This is especially true for those of you who are obviously service professionals out there. And sometimes people will change that to other things. They may say, okay, LaShanda, I don't necessarily need a service page, but I would love to have a gallery page. So I put that as kind of like a question mark page, because usually it's services, but sometimes people want something different beyond a service page, a portfolio page or a gallery page, or maybe a testimonials page. But the 5-starter: home, the about page, your services page, your blog. Your blog is where you are going to write, and write some more. At the end of the day, consider your blog to be a virtual journal so that you can document your lessons learned, what you're working on, where you're going to be, what new products you're releasing, what customers are saying about your stuff, who you're working with, sponsors, lessons, and everything, okay? Articles of interest to your client base. So I'm a web designer and I talk about how you can monetize online. So I talk a lot about monetization on my site, technology, web tools, women entrepreneurs, things that are relevant to my audience. Your blog is where you are going to attract people to come and take a look at what you got, right? So you don't just want to have they say, if you make it, they will come. You don't just want to have the site sit there and hope and pray that someday people will find you. One of the ways people find you is by you consistently writing great content on your blog. And a lot of times potential clients will come to me and they'll say, LaShanda, how can you help me with SEO, which means search engine optimization, optimizing your site so that if people are searching, you come up in the results. One way you can do that is by writing consistently on your blog about things using keywords that you want people to come to your site and attract them with. So let's say, for example, you want to build a website and it's all about hair, right? So maybe you want to write articles about long hair, natural hair, hair regimens, DIY, products, do-it-yourself hairstyles. You want to write about stuff that people search for, find you, and help build traffic back to you, right? So your blog is really, really, really important, okay? So did we get 5 yet? We have home, about, services, blog, contact. At the end of the day, you want to make sure if people come to your site and they've got questions, concerned, and they want to work with you, they want to promote you, they want to put you on television, there's a way to contact you. So normally the contact page has a form people can fill out and they can email you and you can get back to them. If you've got a brick and mortar location, your address, if you want to put a GPS map so it looks really cool and people know how to GPS and get to your brick and mortar location, a phone number if you've got it. Contact page, very essential. So those are the first 5 P's, right? Home, about, your services page, your contact page, and your blog page, okay? So now that we've talked about those, and you're certainly, this is just the beginning. One of the things that I love telling clients is make sure you're taking a look at other people within your industry and you're going, ooh, I like that, and start to look at the pages that they are utilizing that they find are essential to sharing content on their website. That's gonna give you a great way to kind of look around and start to build on, this is what I need, right? Now, you don't need everything. Just pull what you feel like best relates to you and is most relevant to your business vision, okay? So now I'm going to talk to you about 5 extra P's. These are other kinds of pages that for me are money makers, right? So we talked about the starter pages, number 1. Number 2, let's talk about my personal recommendations as far as money maker pages, okay? So the first one for me is a call me page. Now, I'm giving you a ton of information. Like I said, I've been online for close to 2 decades, working at home for the last decade. So I've been doing this for a lot of time. And there are a lot of folks who email me and be like, baby girl, can I pick your brain? Can you email me back? Can you answer all these questions? Can I take you out to coffee? You know what I'm talking about, right? People have questions because they want answers. And I'm sure that if you are like myself, you're an expert and people are looking to get answers from you, you want to find a way to monetize that, right? And to bring in some revenue with all the magic that's up in here. So one of the ways that I do that is on what I like to call a call me page. If you go to callme.sistasense.com, you will see just that. So it's an opportunity for people to sign up and get a 30-minute, 60-minute, 90-minute call with me so that virtually we can sit down and I can get them clear about what they want to do with respect to either building a website, using digital content, monetization, marketing, sales. That's what I do. I call these my clarity call sessions. Now, you want to make sure, right? If you are in the business of helping other people as a coach, as a mentor, as a service professional, you've got some form of a call me page ready. Because guess what? The opportunities will come. And if you are ready, you don't have to get ready, right? Number one. Number two, if you are somebody who loves to give, you may sometimes find yourself over giving, right? Without saying, this is what I do for a profession and I need to be paid for it. So having a call me page really just sets a professional stage. So when people go, oh girl, can I get on the phone with you? Can I talk to you? Yes, you can. Go to callme.sistasense.com, schedule a call with me, and you and I can get clear about your next best step, right? So that allows people to go, oh, okay, so she's for real. She's legit. I need to invest in this if I want to talk to this person because this person is qualified and has content and information and direction that I need to succeed. That's important. You want to set yourself up as a professional and you want to make sure that people see you in that light from jump. Okay, so having a number one call me page is a money maker, a revenue generator. That's one kind of page that you may want to consider adding onto your website. Number two is a shop. Okay, so let's say you've got different clothing that you have. Maybe you make beauty products. Maybe you make hair or skincare products. Maybe you are like myself and you make ebooks and e-courses and virtual conferences. You want to have a shop so that people can look around, see what you got, and get what they need, okay? So number two, you may want to consider having an e-commerce store so that people can buy your products and or services. Mine is shop.sistasense.com. As I said, you're welcome to kind of take a look around and see how some of these things may be essential to your business vision of what you want to put together on your platform. And of course, not just me, but competitors, people you already know, love, like, and trust. Go take a look at their websites and just start writing down and taking note of the different elements that you go, ooh, I would absolutely love to have that. Now, one of the other pages that I talked about, I actually mentioned in the first 5 P's, which is a services page. Mine is webdesign.sistasense.com. There are, to me, 2 types of service pages. You can have a simple one and you can have a more detailed one, okay? For me, simple service page is you kind of bullet form or paragraph form saying, we offer these 7 services. Here's the first one, here's the second one, here's the third one, here's a little bit of blurb about each one, bam, you're done, right? Sometimes I work with clients and they just kind of want to give people an overview of what they do and say, listen, if you would like to work with me, you can click here, you can schedule a consultation, you can send us, fill out our intake form, let's see how we can work together. That's okay. It's a great way to start off the conversation. Me personally, I'm like, listen, if it's 4 o'clock in the morning and you're living in the UK and you ready today to work with me, I'm ready to work with you. So my service page is a lot more detailed. It's got some of my favorite goodies in there. Number one, you'll find a pricing chart, okay? I love to give people terminology that they can use so they know, oh, because sometimes people will go, I want that thing that has prices and different columns and different colors, and people know that they can, it's got check boxes, they can get this one or that one, choose this plan or that plan. It's a pricing chart, all right? So I have a different types of packages. I've got about 4 to 5 basic packages for my web design services, a pricing chart is a great essential for that. Number two, portfolio. At the end of the day, people want to see what you've created so that number one, they can kind of see themselves in that. Number two, they can get excited about working with you. So I have my portfolio that people can download. Number three, an FAQ. I answer some of the most common, frequently asked questions that people have. Number three, I also answer questions to things that people may need, but they don't even know they need, like retainer services. Sometimes people will say, I need extra help, LaShanda, and I've got all of those other packages and things detailed on that website as well. So it's an opportunity for people to know, outside of them getting on the phone and talking to me, a lot of the common questions, the visuals, examples of sites, things that they want to see, how they kind of want to get a feel of working with me before they even get started with working with me. Those things are available on that space, okay? So when we talk about some money maker pages, the Call Me page, the extended service page with more details, the shop page, those are three in particular that I absolutely highly recommend you have. Number four, sales pages, okay? Sales pages. Now, there are times when you want people to just kind of go to your website and browse your shop and see what they want to see and, yeah, great. But a lot of times you want to send people to a sales page, and normally that's when there's a particular product or service that you want them to sign up to, and you do not want them to get lost in the sauce of everything that's on your website. You don't want to get them lost in the sauce of everything that's in your shop. So there are times when you may, for example, say, I have a product. This is a great product. You need to go buy it. Go here, right? And you want to send them to a sales page so they can see that product in action. I'm going to give you a great example of that. I have something called Simplify, Serve, and Sell. It is a 28-day sales challenge for entrepreneurs, plus it's a workbook, my Simplify, Serve, and Sell Simple Sales Workbook. When I talk to people and I teach the simple sales system, I don't say go to my website, go to my shop and look for it, okay? Because confused buyers don't buy. And most people, if they don't see it within the first 10 or 15 seconds, they out of here, right? So instead of sending people to the general shop, there are times that you're going to want to send them to a sales page. If you go to sistersense.com/simple, SIMPLE, that's a sales page. That's a great example, right? So that particular page, I talk strictly about the simple sales system, what it has, what it includes, how to get access to it, and that is for one product, okay? So there are times when you're looking to promote a specific product or service, right? Could be intangible, could be digital, could be physical, and you want people to basically be able to go to that one page to see that one thing, okay? Last but not least, with respect to some of the 5 moneymaker pages that I certainly recommend that you have, is an opt-in page, okay? You want to make sure that you're building your list. What is your list? Your email subscriber list, so that you've got hundreds, if not thousands of people connected to you. So when you've got a great sale, when you've got a new product, when you're bringing something back, when you're going to be in their location, right? And you're going to be speaking or selling there or going to a great event, and you want people to know you've got your customers, your subscribers, and your associates on a list, right? So outside of you paying for advertising, the best thing that you have, your best commodity, your best asset is a list, so that your subscribers can stay connected to you, okay? And you wanna have what I like to call different opt-in offers. Opt-in offers are incentives, reasons why people go, ooh, I wanna get on that list, right? She's awesome, I wanna stay connected to her, right? Now, I highly recommend that at least once a quarter you work on a new opt-in offer so you can appeal to different types of people, but you should start with at least one. So let me give you an example, because again, I'm an example girl. If you go to sistersense.com/12PTS. So the numbers 12PTS. That stands for 12 Power Tools. In that particular free opt-in, people sign up and they stay connected with me. I share my resources and my essentials and my recommendations and my ideas and my updates and all that good stuff. And they immediately get my PDF absolutely free, in which I share some of my 12 favorite power tools. So having a space, having an opt-in page where people can sign up to your email list, get updates from you, get newsletters from you, get really consistent communication from you, allows you to build your relationship. So you're not just having that website and waiting for people to come back to the website. You're consistently communicating with them. Okay, so we've talked about so far, starting off on a flostering budget, some do's, some don'ts. We've talked about the 5 P pages, some other pages you may want to consider if you want to bring in that extra money, honey. And last but not least, I'm going to share with you 5 of my favorite tools, right? So outside of the 12 PTS, I want to share some of my personal tools that I absolutely love. Number 1, low cost, no cost tool that you can use, PayPal.com. When I started off on a flostering budget, I was like, listen, how am I going to process payments, right? Initially people were sending me checks in the mail, right? I was doing it old school. And then I opted to get PayPal. I've had it for many, many years. If you've got a free personal PayPal account, I would recommend you upgrade to a business account. It's free and it's got more features. If you never got PayPal before, I definitely recommend you start off with a business account. Not difficult to open it. You can have that ready for you. One of my favorite things about getting the business account is getting that PayPal debit card so you can access your funds on the go wherever you are, whenever you need it. A PayPal alternative is Stripe, Stripe.com. Absolutely love Stripe because it gives people an opportunity to pay you directly with PayPal or gives them an alternative e-commerce platform that they can use. So PayPal and Stripe are 2 of the top industry e-commerce platforms. You are basically going to give them a small percentage, I think 3% per purchase. It's really small. So for example, if somebody buys something for you for $5, maybe you'll get $5.80 and then PayPal will take 20 cents. Don't quote me on that specific. It's an approximation, right? But the vast majority of the money will go to you and a small percentage will go to them. And that is just you pay to play. So PayPal is 1, Stripe is number 2. Number 3 for me, Skype, SKYPE.com. As a business professional, I want to have a way to communicate with my clients. I do have a business number. And guess what? 800 numbers can get really costly, right? So Skype, relatively inexpensive for a little to nothing. I think less than $20 for 3 months. You can get a Skype number, right? So in your zip code, so people can call you, leave you messages. You can forward messages to your cell phone, so you're not giving out your personal number for business reasons. And then you can even get Skype minutes, right? So I've got the Skype app on my phone, so people can call me through Skype. Absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite tools, and I highly recommend it. So Skype, PayPal, Stripe, those are 3. Let me give you 2 more. When I talked about opt-in emails, building a list so people can put in their email. You can save the email and you can email them when you want to communicate. Mad Mimi, MADMIMI, madmimi.com is one of my personal favorite email platforms to build lists on. It's easy, I believe, for beginners to use. Plus, you can start off with a free account. So madmimi.com is another one of my favorite platforms. And last but not least, I talked about the moneymakers, right? And having a shop on your website. My shop, shop.sistersense.com, is built using the Selz platform, SELZ. If you want to sign up through me, you can go to selz.sistersense.com and you'll learn more about Selz. I love it. It's so awesome, so easy to use. You can put your products up there, digital products, physical products, services, and you can start selling today. Set up and sell today for free. You can put up to 5 products up into your Selz store absolutely free, and you can add more. I think it's for as little as $12 or $20 a month to have all these other awesome features using Selz. So again, I started my business off on a flostering budget. If you've got $100 or you got $150, you can work it, you can tweak it, you can get your hosting, you can get your website, you can, by the way, my website and the websites that I build for clients, I build on WordPress. So once you get your hosting, you install WordPress. These are some of the pages that you can start to create. Now, if you need more help with that, okay, this is what I'm talking about right here. It's 20 pages. It is called Start Her Up. I answer a lot of the common questions that newbies have with respect to how to start up their business online. And you can find this at Start, S-T-A-R-T, her, H-E-R, up, U-P, startherup.com. www.sistersense.com, 20 pages full of the getting started recommendations I have with respect to how to make, market, and monetize. Just getting started so you can get answers to the questions that you need to succeed. I know that it can be very, very, very frustrating when you're trying to figure out how to navigate and what to do and where to go, and you're like, oh no, right? So I wanted to make sure that as a web designer, I could provide you with some kind of starting information with respect to a website, domain name, some do's, some don'ts. Of course, if you have any other questions for me, you're welcome to email me at sistersense@gmail.com, and I will do my best to point you in the right direction. So, all right, my dears, today we talked about how to start her up Sister Sense style, how to actually make it, right? How to make the website, getting started with the web pages, and answering some questions as far as some power tools that you can use to build your big small business vision. I am going to check back in here with you, hopefully, in a minute or two with another awesome session. But again, any other questions that you have, don't hesitate to let me know, and I will do my best to point you in the right direction. Till next time, take care.